Goku hit the ground hard, and his face smashed into the cold white floor. He gasped for air. His lungs felt like they were on fire. Sweat dripped from his forehead and made a small puddle on the smooth tiles. He tried to push himself up with his shaking arms, but his body felt heavy. It felt like he was wearing a suit made of solid iron. He looked up slowly. Standing in front of him was the Grand Priest. The small angel looked calm. He had his hands behind his back and a small smile on his face. He looked like he was just taking a walk in the park. But Goku knew better. This small angel was the strongest person he had ever met. Stronger than Whis. Stronger than Beerus. Maybe even stronger than anyone else in all the universes. "Get up, Goku," the Grand Priest said softly. His voice was quiet, but it echoed in the empty white space. "We are not done yet." Goku gritted his teeth. He forced his knees to straighten. His muscles screamed in pain. Every inch of his body hurt. He had been here for what felt like years. But there was no sun and no moon in this place. There was no time here. It was just a white void. It was the Grand Priest's secret dimension. Nobody knew they were here, not even Zeno. That was the strange part. Goku remembered asking why they had to hide. The Grand Priest had just smiled and said that true power needs silence to grow. "I am trying," Goku said. He panted heavily. "But this pressure is too much. I can barely move my fingers." The Grand Priest took one step forward. The air suddenly got heavier. Goku felt like a mountain had been dropped on his shoulders. His knees buckled and he almost fell again. But he caught himself. He roared and flared his blue aura. The blue light of Super Saiyan Blue surrounded him. It pushed back against the heavy pressure. Goku stood tall for a second. "Good," the Grand Priest said. He did not look impressed. He just looked at Goku like a scientist looking at a bug. "But blue is not enough. We have gone past blue a long time ago. You need to let go. You are still thinking too much. You are thinking about the pain. You are thinking about how heavy the air is. Stop thinking." Goku closed his eyes. He tried to clear his mind. He thought about Whis' training. Let the body move on its own. Ultra instinct. He took a deep breath. He tried to find that quiet place in his mind. The heat of the blue aura faded away. His hair turned back to black. Then it flickered. A silver light started to shine around him. The heat was gone. Now there was only a calm heat, like a fire that does not burn. Goku opened his eyes. They were silver now. His hair stood up slightly and glowed with a silver tint. This was the omen, the sign of ultra instinct. He felt lighter. The heavy air did not bother him as much anymore. He looked at the Grand Priest. "Better," the Grand Priest said. He lifted one finger. "Now dodge." The Grand Priest did not move his feet. He just flicked his finger. A blast of invisible energy shot toward Goku. It was fast, faster than light. Goku's body reacted. He leaned to the left. The blast missed his ear by an inch. The wind from the blast cut a few strands of his hair. Goku did not stop. He dashed forward. He moved so fast he disappeared. He appeared behind the Grand Priest and threw a punch. The Grand Priest did not turn around. He just tilted his head. Goku's fist hit nothing but air. Goku spun around and kicked. The Grand Priest ducked. It looked effortless. Goku threw punch after punch, hundreds of punches in a single second. The air exploded with the sound of the impacts. Boom, boom, boom. But none of them hit the target. The Grand Priest was weaving through the attacks like smoke. "You are still too slow," the Grand Priest said. He sounded bored. He suddenly appeared in front of Goku. He placed his palm on Goku's chest. Goku's eyes widened. He sensed the attack, but he could not move fast enough. Bang! A shockwave exploded from the Grand Priest's hand. It sent Goku flying backward. He tumbled through the air for miles. He finally crashed into a floating rock. The rock shattered into dust. Goku lay in the debris. The silver light in his eyes faded away. He was back to his normal form. He coughed and spit out a little bit of blood. This is impossible, Goku thought. He lay on his back and stared at the endless white sky. I used Ultra Instinct. I moved faster than I ever had before. But he did not even try. It was like I was moving in slow motion to him. The Grand Priest floated over to him. He landed softly on the ground. There was not a single speck of dust on his clothes. He looked down at Goku. "Do you want to stop?" the Grand Priest asked. "Do you want to go back to Earth? You can go back. You can live your life with your friends. You can eat food and play games. But you will never be strong enough. One day, a threat will come that is greater than Jiren, greater than Broly, and you will fail. Everyone you love will disappear. Is that what you want?" Goku clenched his fist. He thought about Chi-Chi. He thought about Gohan and Goten. He thought about Vegeta. He remembered how helpless he felt when Frieza blew up the Earth. He remembered how scary Jiren was. He could not let that happen again. He had to be stronger. He had to be the strongest. "No," Goku said. He grabbed a jagged rock and pulled himself up. "I am not done. I will never be done until I can beat you." The Grand Priest smiled, but this time the smile did not reach his eyes. It was a cold smile. "Good," he said. "That is the spirit. That is the hunger I need. You possess a potential that no other mortal has. Not even the destroyers have this potential. You have the ability to break your limits over and over again. That is why I chose you." Goku wiped the blood from his mouth. "Why me?" he asked. "There are other strong guys. Vegeta is strong. Jiren is strong. Why did you pick me to train here?" "Because the Grand Priest said and turned his back. You are simple. You do not crave power to rule over others. You do not want to be a king. You just want to fight. You just want to break walls. That purity makes you dangerous, and it makes you useful." Useful, Goku thought. That was a weird word to use. Usually people said he was a good fighter or a hero, but useful sounded like he was a tool, like a hammer or a screwdriver. But Goku pushed the thought away. He did not care about words. He cared about strength. If being useful meant he could get stronger, then he would be useful. "Let's go again," Goku said. He got into his fighting stance. The Grand Priest turned around. "Not like this," he said. "Physical training is over for today. Your body is broken. If we continue, you will die. And I cannot have you dying on me. We need to train your mind now. We need to train your spirit." The Grand Priest waved his hand. The white void changed. The floor turned into grass. The sky turned blue. Trees popped up from the ground. Suddenly, they were in a beautiful forest. There was a river flowing nearby. Birds were singing. It looked just like Earth. "Sit," the Grand Priest ordered. Goku sat down on the soft grass. It felt nice. The pain in his body started to fade a little bit. "Close your eyes," the Grand Priest said. Goku closed his eyes. "What do you see?" the Grand Priest asked. "I see nothing," Goku said. "It is dark." "Look deeper," the Grand Priest said. "Look past the darkness. Look at the energy of the universe. Feel the connections between all things." Goku focused. He tried to sense energy. He could feel the trees. He could feel the birds. He could feel the river. It was all alive. It all had ki. Now the Grand Priest's voice became a whisper. "Look higher. Look past the living things. Look at the structure of the world. Who holds it together?" Goku frowned. "I do not understand." "The multiverse is a building," the Grand Priest explained. "It has walls and floors. It has a foundation. Zeno is the owner of the building. He can destroy it if he wants, but he does not maintain it. He does not fix the leaks. He does not paint the walls. He is a child. He plays with toys. If a toy breaks, he throws it away. Goku listened. He had never heard anyone talk about Zeno like this. Everyone was always scared of Zeno. Everyone treated Zeno like a god above gods. But the Grand Priest sounded different. He sounded like a disappointed parent. Someone has to take care of the building, the Grand Priest continued. Someone has to make sure the structure does not fall apart. For eons, that has been my job. I clean up the messes. I watch the destroyers sleep and eat. I watch the Kais make mistakes. I watch Zeno erase entire universes because he is in a bad mood. Goku opened one eye. Why are you telling me this? Because the Grand Priest said. He walked around Goku in a circle. His footsteps made no sound on the grass. The building is getting old. The foundation is cracking. Zeno is becoming unstable. He erases too much. He plays too rough. Soon there will be nothing left. We need a new owner, or at least a new manager. Someone who understands the value of a fight. Someone who understands that struggle makes things stronger. Goku stayed silent. He did not know much about ruling. He just wanted to protect his home. I'm not a ruler, Goku said. I'm just a Saiyan from Earth. You are more than that, the Grand Priest said. You are a survivor. You have the blood of the Saiyans. But you have the heart of a god. I can teach you to be more. I can teach you to use the energy of creation, not just destruction. The destroyers use Hakai. They destroy. The angels use restoration. We fix. But there is a power beyond both. A power that can rewrite the laws of reality. Goku felt a shiver go down his spine. Rewrite reality. That sounded scary. Is that what you are teaching me? Goku asked. I'm teaching you to be ready, the Grand Priest said. Ready for what comes next. Now focus. Goku closed his eyes again. He tried to relax, but his mind was racing. He felt like something big was happening. Something bigger than the tournament of power. He felt like he was a piece in a game he did not understand. But then he felt the power again. The warm silver light. It felt so good. It felt so strong. He wanted more of it. He pushed his doubts away. He dived deep into the meditation. Meanwhile, far away in Universe 7, on the planet Earth, things were quiet. It had been 6 months since Goku vanished. Nobody knew where he was. Vegeta was in the gravity chamber at Capsule Corp. The gravity was set to 500 times normal Earth gravity. The room was red. Vegeta was doing push-ups on one finger. Sweat poured down his face. His muscles bulged. Where are you, Kakarot? Vegeta grumbled. He pushed himself up and down, up and down. He knew Goku was not dead. He could not sense Goku's energy, but he knew. Kakarot would not die without a fight. And if he had died, the Dragon Balls would have been used. But nobody had seen Goku since that night. The night the Grand Priest appeared at Goku's house. Vegeta remembered it clearly. They were having a barbecue. Everyone was there. Bulma was yelling at Beerus for eating all the pudding. Whis was tasting the sushi. Then a bright light appeared. The Grand Priest stepped out. Everyone froze. Beerus dropped his spoon. He bowed so low his head hit the table. The Grand Priest said he needed Goku for a special mission. He said it was an order from Zeno. Goku looked excited. He wiped the sauce off his face and said yes immediately. He waved goodbye and vanished with the angel. 6 months. No word. No visits. Whis said he did not know where they were. Whis said the Grand Priest blocked his staff. He could not see them. That made Vegeta angry, and it made him worried. Vegeta flipped into the air and started throwing kicks. He kicked the air with fury. You better be getting stronger, Kakarot, Vegeta shouted. Because I am not waiting for you. I will surpass you. I will surpass everyone. Vegeta landed and powered up. His hair turned deep blue. His eyes sparkled. This was his new evolution. Super Saiyan Blue evolved. He had mastered it, but he felt it was not enough. He needed more. He needed to find his own path. Kakarot had Ultra Instinct. Vegeta did not want that. He wanted something else, something purely Saiyan. The door to the gravity chamber opened. Bulma walked in. She was holding a towel and a water bottle. She looked tired. She missed her best friend. "Vegeta," she said over the intercom. "Dinner is ready. And Whis is here. He says he has news." Vegeta stopped. He powered down. The red light faded. The room returned to normal gravity. He grabbed the towel and wiped his face. "News," he said. "It is about time." Vegeta walked out of the chamber. He walked into the kitchen. Beerus and Whis were sitting at the table. Beerus was eating pizza. Whis was holding his staff and looking serious. This was rare. Whis was usually smiling. "What is it?" Vegeta asked. He sat down. "Did you find him?" Whis shook his head. "Not exactly, but I felt a ripple." "A ripple?" Vegeta asked. "Yes," Whis said. "The fabric of the multiverse shook today, just for a microsecond. It came from the Null Realm, the place where the tournament of power is held. It is supposed to be empty, but something happened there. A release of energy so massive that it shook the void." "Was it Goku?" Vegeta asked. "It felt like him," Whis said, "but it also felt different. It felt cold. It felt ancient. It felt like—" Whis stopped. He looked at Beerus. Beerus stopped eating his pizza. "Like what Beerus asked. Like the Grand Priest," Whis said quietly, but mixed with a mortal's rage. Vegeta slammed his fist on the table. "What is he doing to him? Why take him to the Null Realm? Why hide him?" "I do not know," Whis said. "My father does not do things without a reason. But I fear his reason this time is not for the benefit of Zeno." "What do you mean?" Beerus asked. His eyes narrowed. "I've noticed changes," Whis said. "My father has been distant. He has been restricting the angels. He has been locking access to the Zeno Palace. Even I cannot go there freely anymore. He says Zeno is resting. But I have never known Zeno to rest for 6 months. Do you think Zeno is in trouble?" Bulma asked. She looked scared. "I do not know," Whis admitted. "But if my father is training Goku in the Null Realm, he is preparing him for something. Goku is the only mortal who has ever reached the level of the gods and befriended the king of all. He's the perfect pawn. Pawn for what?" Vegeta asked. "To change the order of things," Whis said. Back in the Null Realm, Goku opened his eyes. The beautiful forest was gone. They were back in the white void. He felt refreshed. His mind felt sharp. "Good," the Grand Priest said. "Your mind is clearing. Now let us test your new focus." The Grand Priest waved his hand again. Suddenly the white floor opened up. A large cage rose from the ground. Inside the cage was a monster. It was huge. It had black skin and glowing red eyes. It had 4 arms and a tail with a spike on it. It roared and the whole dimension shook. "What is that?" Goku asked. He felt a chill. The monster's energy was evil. Pure evil. "This is a prisoner," the Grand Priest said. "A creature from a universe that was erased a long time ago. Zeno erased the universe, but I kept this one. I wanted to study it. It feeds on fear. It gets stronger when its opponent is afraid." "Why are you showing me this?" Goku asked. "Because you have to kill it," the Grand Priest said. Goku looked at the monster. He did not like killing. He liked fighting. He liked winning. But he usually let his enemies go. He let Frieza go. He let Vegeta go. "I do not want to kill it," Goku said. "I just want to beat it." "That is your weakness," the Grand Priest said. His voice became hard. "Mercy is a weakness. Mercy allows evil to return. If you want to replace, if you want to be the strongest, you must learn to finish the job. This creature cannot be redeemed. It is pure destruction. If you do not kill it, it will kill you. And then I will go to Earth, and I will release it there. Goku's eyes snapped to the Grand Priest. You would not do that. Try me, the Grand Priest said, cold and serious. The cage door opened. The monster stepped out. It roared and looked at Goku. It sensed Goku's hesitation. It grew bigger. Its muscles swelled. It lunged at Goku. Goku jumped back. The monster was fast. It swung one of its forearms. Goku blocked it with his forearm. The impact sent him skidding back. The monster did not stop. It attacked with all four arms. Punch, 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 punch. Goku blocked and dodged. He was in his base form. He needed more power. Goku turned Super Saiyan. Golden light exploded. He punched the monster in the stomach. The monster did not even flinch. It laughed. It grabbed Goku's head and slammed him into the floor. Goku yelled in pain. He kicked the monster away. He flew up into the air. Kamehame. Goku started to chant. Blue light gathered in his hands. The monster opened its mouth. A red beam of energy shot out. It hit Goku before he could fire. Goku fell from the sky. He hit the ground hard. The monster jumped on him. It started pounding Goku. Goku tried to push it off, but the monster was getting stronger. It was feeding on Goku's worry. Goku was worried about the Grand Priest's threat. He was worried about Earth. Do it, the Grand Priest shouted. Stop holding back. Erase it. Goku struggled. He felt his ribs crack. He could not breathe. The monster raised its tail to stab Goku. No, Goku thought. I cannot die here. Something snapped inside Goku. Not fear. Anger. He was angry at the monster. He was angry at the Grand Priest for threatening Earth. He was angry at himself for being weak. Goku let out a roar. A giant pillar of light erupted. It was not yellow. It was not blue. It was silver. But it had streaks of red in it. Goku caught the monster's tail. He crushed it with his bare hand. The monster screamed. Goku stood up. The pressure coming from him was immense. The white tiles of the floor started to crack. The air started to twist. Goku looked at the monster. His eyes were silver, but they were sharp. There was no mercy in them. You are done, Goku said. He did not use a beam. He just extended his hand. Invisible energy wrapped around the monster. The monster floated up. It tried to move, but it was stuck. Goku clenched his fist. The energy crushed the monster. It got smaller and smaller. It screamed until it vanished. There was nothing left, not even dust. Goku dropped his hand. The silver light faded. He fell to his knees. He panted hard. He felt sick. He had never done that before. He had just erased something from existence. The Grand Priest clapped his hands, slow clapping. Clap, clap, clap. Magnificent, he said. You tapped into the power of Hakai without even being a destroyer, and you combined it with Ultra Instinct. You are learning fast. Goku looked at his hands. They were shaking. I did not like that, he whispered. You do not have to like it, the Grand Priest said. You just have to be able to do it. You are one step closer. Closer to what Goku asked. He stood up slowly. He looked at the Grand Priest with suspicion. You keep saying closer. You keep talking about replacing Zeno. What is your real plan? The Grand Priest smiled. It was a warm smile this time. A fatherly smile. My plan is to save the multiverse, Goku, and you are the hero who will help me. Goku did not smile back. He felt a pit in his stomach. He remembered what Whis had told him once. Angels are neutral. They do not have sides. But the Grand Priest did not feel neutral. He felt like he had a side, and Goku was not sure if he was on the right one. Rest now, the Grand Priest said. Tomorrow we start the real training. Tomorrow we enter the room of spirit and time. But my version, one day inside is 1,000 years outside. Goku's eyes widened. 1,000 years. That was too long. I cannot be away for that long, Goku said. Everyone will be old. Pan will be a grandma. The Grand Priest shook his head. No, time works differently there. You will experience 1,000 years of training, but outside only a day will pass. Your body will not age, only your mind will grow. You will have the wisdom of an ancient god. Goku hesitated. It sounded like a trap, but he looked at his shaking hands. He was strong, but not strong enough. If he wanted to protect everyone from whatever the Grand Priest was warning him about, he needed to do this. Okay, Goku said. I will do it. Good, the Grand Priest said. He turned and walked away into the white void. The training of the next Omni-King begins tomorrow. Goku watched him go. He whispered to himself, I am not a king. I am Goku. The screen fades to black. The sound of a heavy door slamming shut echoes. To be continued in the next episode.